Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be checking out what's in my tennis bag, but before we get into that, if you are new here, I am Liam and I am a tennis coach from Devon, and if you want to see more tennis content then subscribe to my channel and check it out. So at the time of recording this video we are a couple of days away from being allowed back to court after lockdown. So I thought it'd be a good chance to show you what I pack in my bag for when I'm going back to court. So the items that I've packed in my bag are a mixture of items that I'd use when coaching, but also when playing. So the obvious item that I keep in my tennis bag is a tennis racket. Now the racket that I like to use is the Wilson Pro Staff. It is the same racket as Roger Federer, and the reason why I like this is because I love the look of it, but it also happens to suit my playing style of taking the ball on the rise and fairly flat, so that helps as well. Now I have a spare one. This is my spare one I've not even touched and haven't even scratched yet, but I also have the one which I use for my matches. I also have another spare racket which is a Head Prestige. Now I don't use this one for matches as such anymore, but I do like to use it for coaching now and again. I find this has a smaller head size to the Wilson, which means I get a little bit less spin with it, but as a flat player predominantly that does suit me. However, I do lose a little bit of control when I am playing matches with this one, so that's why I don't tend to use it as much. Another racket that I like to keep in my tennis bag is a touch tennis racket, which is 21 inch in length, so a lot shorter than a normal racket. I keep this in my bag because I took up touch tennis a couple of years ago and compete regularly on tour, and there's always an opportunity at work to jump on a touch tennis court and practice. The next item in my tennis bag is a touch tennis ball, which links to my touch tennis racket. The touch tennis ball is slightly bigger than a tennis ball. It is also made out of foam, and it just means it travels through the air a little bit slower and bounces a little bit slower, so the rallies are longer and more entertaining. Linking to that, I always carry a tube full of brand new tennis balls, just in case I want to hit during the day when I'm not coaching. It means I can use proper brand new ones. The next item in my tennis bag is my tennis shoes. Now in the day when I'm not on court, I would wear my trainers. They're a little bit more comfier to wear throughout the day, but when I step on court I'll need these in my bag to put on ready to play. The shoes I have at the moment are K-Swiss, and once again, like the rackets, I bought them because I like the colour of them. The next item is a foam roller. Now I probably wouldn't carry this in my bag on a day-to-day basis, but definitely if I'm at a tournament, I would carry this to roll out after matches and just help my muscles to recover a little bit faster from playing a match. Okay, so in addition to that, I'd always carry a bottle of water. In this case, I've got a flask with my name on it and a tennis ball, which was bought by one of my players for me for my birthday. This helps keep all my drinks cool. In addition, I'd always bring some spare clothing, whether that's after I've had a hit, wearing a spare t-shirt, or having hoodies or coats based on the weather. So I'd always have spare clothes based on the conditions that I have to coach or play in. So for my warm-ups before a match or a hit, I have a resistant band. Now these also have handles that can clip on to the end. Great to wrap around a net post and use it for warm-up activities to warm up your shoulders and your chest. In addition to that, for my warm-up, I've also got a skipping rope. So before a match or a hit, it is a good way to use as a pulse raiser to get the blood flowing and to get myself out of breath and ready to exercise. The next item I have, which is probably one of my favourite items, is my functional tennis match journal. Now, I asked for this for Christmas because I wanted this for myself and to show the players that I coach that compete. This is brilliant in recording your game plans against players that you're due to play against in tournaments. Reflect on your matches, but also set yourself goals for the year with your tennis. So personally, I think every tennis player should have one of these. It's brilliant. Now, the next few items are very much for my coaching and when I'm at work. So I always bring with me a notepad, in this case a 200-page notepad. So if I'm in any meetings or I need to take any notes at work, perfect. I can write them all down on there. In addition to that, I've got my 2021 diary. So if there's members of the club that are booking me in for an individual lesson, then I can check my diary, see when I can fit them in and write them in there. So always essential to have a diary with you as a coach. My next couple items that I have in my tennis bag are some books. Now, whether it's a quiet day at work or you have a long break between matches at tournaments, it's good to have some books to read and increase your knowledge on the sport. So I've got The Inner Game of Tennis and Winning Ugly, both my favourite tennis books. And yeah, good to carry around if you've got long periods between matches. Okay, so going on to my final compartment of my tennis bag. So one of the things I've got, spare dampeners. So if I lose one in the middle of a match, I can put a new one on my racket. If you don't know what dampeners are, what they do is they absorb the vibrations on your strings so that it doesn't reach your arm through the handle, because you can get tennis elbow from not using them. So something that's very important and current is hand sanitizer. Before stepping on court and after each lesson, I'll use this just to make sure that I don't spread any germs elsewhere, whether it's around the clubhouse or taking it home. In addition, I have some Overgrips. I'm someone who likes to play with an overgrip over the original grip, just to make the handle a little bit thicker and grippier. So always carry around spare lots of these. I tend to go for the black overgrip the most because it fits with the colour scheme of my racket. Another thing that I have in my tennis bag is bandages. Now, whether I have an injury or I'm carrying an injury in a tournament, always good to have these just in case. Something I will also carry around for coaching purposes is a stopwatch. Recently on the programme, or before lockdown, we were doing footwork challenges and seeing who can do the quickest runs of set challenges, and stopwatch is good to record that. So something I like to keep. Something else that I keep in my tennis bag is lozenges. The reason I have this in my bag is, as a coach, you use your voice a lot, you have to raise your voice a lot to get the players to hear you, and I find my voice really pays the price for that, so I carry these around and have these like sweets almost. The final couple of things in my tennis bag that I keep is a wide angle lens. So I like to record my matches, and on Touch Tennis Tour we like to record matches and try and post highlights on Instagram. So I always have a wide angle lens which captures the whole size of the court, so I can create highlight reels for myself, but also of course for YouTube videos as well. And the final item that I like to keep in my bag, which links to my lenses, is a tripod which I can mount my phone on. This is brilliant because you can hook it on anything, so I can hook it in lessons on a trolley full of balls so that I can record the player, whether it's their service technique that we're looking at or their forehand. It's great to have a bit of video analysis to improve on. You can also hook it on top of a fence, which allows you to get a good view of the court as well. So this is very essential, and I'll probably use this every day, both coaching and for myself. So there you have it, guys. That's what I like to keep in my tennis bag. Let me know if there's anything I've missed that you like to keep in your tennis bag in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.